Yo, chat, today we are reacting to 100 fucking hidden. 100, nigga. And how long was that fucking trailer we reacted to, bro? We made that trailer 10 minutes. So it was like, what, 3 minutes long? Bro, that shit was like 3 minutes long tops. And this guy found 100 plus hidden details in GTA 6 gang. Nah, bro. Y'all think some of this shit is cap? Like, some of this shit has to be cap, right? There's no way all this shit is dead ass, like, you know what I'm saying? Gonna be in the game. Let me know what y'all think, bro. Let's check it out. Oh, yeah. Y'all want me to hit a blinker? Let me know in chat right now. Y'all want me to hit a blinker before this shit, bro? If I do, don't get mad at me yapping, because I'm gonna start yapping. Every time I hit a blinker, I get to yapping, bro. Hit it. If you don't, you're pussy. Alright, bet. Sorry, chat. I can't fucking do it. Bro, this shit is fucking. Especially when you don't like. Okay, bro, especially when you don't like, you know what I'm saying? Hit blinkers like that. Like, you just be smoking it. Bro, that shit hurts, bro. That be in your chest, nigga. You know that, nigga. Niggas know that. That shit be in your chest, gang. Damn. That shit kicks. But y'all want to see what flavor? I'm smoking that berry gelato. I don't know if y'all can see that. It said berry gelato. Type shit. All right. Why is my desk so like loose? I think I'm gonna have to tighten this bitch up. I don't know if y'all can hear that shit. But yeah, let's check it out. We didn't even start the video. We already 2 minutes.
Is 100 plus details you might have missed from GTA 6 trailer 2. First, unlike trailer, this is 100 plus details you might have missed from GTA 6 trailer 2. First, unlike trailer 1, Rockstar actually provided some context for the story, which says, Jason and Lucia have always known the deck is stacked against them, but when an easy score goes wrong, they find themselves on the darkest side of the sunniest place in America, in the middle of a criminal conspiracy stretching across the state of Leonida, forced to rely on each other more than ever if they want to make it out alive. So we know that they are partners, clearly. They've had a score that's gone wrong, and they are now stuck in the middle of some sort of criminal conspiracy. And so with that, we now have the context to start with the trailer. This first shot takes place in the Leonida.
How many of you niggas didn't even know about the story, gang? I didn't know all that. Like, all that, the first 40 seconds right here, first 46 seconds, I didn't know any of that shit. I just learned a lot just now, gang. Like, I know the storyline now. Like, there was some, like, Bonnie and Clyde type shit. Like, there was some, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they really Bonnie and Clyde. Like, is this, like, Bonnie and Clyde?
Keys, which...
Like, cause, it's two criminals trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even, bro. I'm yapping, gang. I told y'all I'd be getting to yapping, bro. I'd be getting to yapping. Cause, nigga, I didn't even watch Bonnie and Clyde. I just know about it. Like, just two criminals and shit. Bro, I'm just yapping, bro.
Is a real-life hotspot for drug trafficking, which we will get into later.
Every time
Here is where we get our first look at Jason's personal vehicle, or Jason's truck. And also, a new animal, an iguana, can be seen going underneath his porch. Here we meet Brian. Judging from the fact that the Florida Keys is a hotspot for drug trafficking, like I said, this matches with Jason's story, as he is living on a property of Brian's rent-free, which is implied when Brian says,
seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Which most likely means that Jason is helping Brian with his work in exchange for staying at that property. Brian was once again also shown in
This is Brian?
some of the artwork that Rockstar released, so undoubtedly he will be a big part of the story.
Undoubtedly.
Oh no.
Bro, I'm so locked in on like I'm so locked in on this trailer. I'm not even worried about the ads. Y'all know I'd be like tripping on the ads today. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna be
container ship
bro.
moving in the background can be seen, and also Jason's first
cause I hit a blinker like a couple minutes ago.
First line in the trailer is,
"I'm just fixing some leaks,"
which could be a really funny reference to the September 2022 leaks, and there is some more evidence for this. In the next scene, a raccoon can be found going through a garbage bin in the background, and
What
this
the
is
fuck? That raccoon? Nah, that's not a raccoon. Does that look like a raccoon to y'all? Looks like a what is that? Cause like raccoons' heads are bigger than that, right? That head is. They're like, what the fuck is that? Hold on, hold on.
Identical to one of the leaked clips.
Nah, never mind. That might be a raccoon. That might be a raccoon.
A 1950s car can be seen in rough condition on Jason's property, and even
nigga, that car was in GTA 5. We don't give a fuck about that car. Nah, let him finish. Let him finish.
Has dirt piled on top of it from sitting so long, and this could be something to do with the Wyman's car parts that were found in the leaks as well. In this scene, Jason says,
"See you, Brian. Love you, Jason,"
implying that they have more of a relationship than just someone he's working for. Maybe his dad, we don't really know. Also, I'm just gonna mention this once now, but the ray tracing scene in this trailer is unbelievable, and there are countless examples of how good it is. The windows on Jason's car are rolled down and set to 2 different lengths. The lady can be seen holding her dog, and on top of this, her car has paw prints on the hood, which, just like the cars we saw in trailer 1, imply that there will be a lot more personalization for vehicles. Plus, her house in the background seems to have a modeled interior.
It has car prints, it has paw prints on the hood, so like, okay, so niggas can't just be jumping on my car. You know how niggas can just climb on cars and shit? Niggas can't just be jumping on my car because you gonna have footprints on my shit, gang. I'm a switch cheese your ass. No cap. Nigga, the first nigga to jump on, like, stand on my car again, you getting Swiss cheese. Immediately. Simple.
Which could be Rockstar's new interior AI patent, which allows for interiors to be generated instead of just flat images like we have in GTA 5. This is our first good look at Jason in this trailer, and obviously from trailer 1 he has gone through a lot of changes, mostly with the hair and the scruffier beard, but my theory is that this is actually later in the
trailer 1? He looked like that? What does that mean? So like in the beginning of the game, like story mode or some shit like that, he gonna look like that? Type shit. I mean, characters do have development, right? I'm just saying. What does that mean? Like, does that mean anything? Oh yeah, this is like, but it's not hidden. That's obvious. He grew hair. That was obvious, bro.
Changes, mostly with the hair and the scruffier beard.
Yeah, see, look, we already know this. That's obvious.
My theory is that this is actually later in the story than when we first saw him in trailer.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Like, what does that mean? Like, does that mean this is later? Type shit. Alright, bet.
1. When busting open the register, the coins in the tray realistically slide with the movement of the till. There's also a hookah that can be seen used in the store as well, and the phone number on the register starts with 305, which matches up with the area code for Miami. You can see some workers trimming the grass on the side of the road for extra immersion, and one of the trucks has a hitch accessory, again adding to more vehicle customization. The license plate on this truck looks very similar to one you'd find in Florida, however the truck in front of us is very weird. We know from the screenshots that Rockstar released that this says Discover Gloriana as it's shown on other license plates, meaning that Georgia has also been added to the game. Also,
Georgia?
Peacock Bay is a new named location.
Georgia as in Atlanta, Georgia? Like, what kind of Georgia are we talking about? I don't really know any other Georgia other than Atlanta, Georgia. Call me dumb, I don't care, bro. Like, I don't know any other Georgia. I don't like how niggas say Georgia and they don't put Atlanta in front of it. Like, I don't know what you're talking about right now.
That we had no prior knowledge about. This part at the beach looks insane. I mean, the sand has some insane detail. The girl walking by kicks up sand as she walks.
You said now I'm yapping. Well, buddy, I actually asked you that, and you were one of the niggas who told me that I was pussy if I didn't hit the blinker. So you wanted me to yap, bitch. Fuck you, nigga.
The dude is wearing AirPods, or I guess in this game they'd technically be called fruit pods.
Yeah,
so
nigga,
maybe
nigga.
you can listen to music wherever and headphones might become a thing. The beer in the bottle simulates light exactly how it would in the real world. There's a cat cleaning itself on top of the ATM. And overall, this seems to be an average convenience store like we would find in GTA 5, but obviously the detail has been taken to a whole new level. There's also a very funny ad for something called Vapomint, which means that there won't only be smoking, but also vaping will be making an appearance.
Okay. I mean, shit, that makes sense. It's GTA 6. Of course there will be vapes, right?
In GTA 5, NPCs
And we're in
would
Miami, nigga. We're in Miami. What is this? What is this? The game's dropping in 2026. It obviously is gonna be some fucking vapes.
normally just be killed by cops on the spot, but in this scene they are actually doing an arrest, which indicates more lively world events.
So like, bro, look at the police, bro. That's scary. How many niggas not going for that jail time shit? I'm still up in the poll on police. I don't care if they're not NPCs anymore. Like, they're still NPC, but they're smarter. They can do more. They're like artificial intelligent NPCs, like AIs. So like, shit, I'm still up in the poll. What if them niggas got aimbot though?
Accurate contrails from the plane above, and
imagine like the difficulty on like the police, bro. What if the difficulty go higher? Like, say you get like 5 stars, you can't even make it to 5 stars because shit, 2 stars is already hard enough. Because if you ain't got, bro, what? Nah, that's crazy. Nah, that's crazy.
Here, we finally learn the full name of our two protagonists, Lucia Caminos and Jason Duval. The cop can be seen moving certain objects around dynamically, and the sound of it moving is accurately distorted by the microphone the guard is using.
Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have.
Also, how long do you think it'll be before someone counts the amount of holes in this window? When getting out of prison, Lucia is now wearing the ankle monitor that could be seen in the original promotional art released with Trailer 1, which is more noticeable in this scene later.
Ankle
also,
monitor.
Sexy Time Part 1. This line of her saying,
What did this nigga just say? Did this nigga just say Sexy Time Part 1? What am I watching? Hold on.
which is more noticeable in this scene later. Also, Sexy Time Part 1. This line of her saying,
The fuck is going on? Back to the Easter eggs, gang.
Hands above your head, now!
makes me 100% confident that this actor is Manny L. Perez, not that there was much debate anyway. The monitors in the bank have gone into lockdown, presumably because of the robbery. Don't take this the wrong way, it's in the game, but the beer is called Pendejo, which is most likely the GTA version of Modelo. Ducks can be seen in the water now as well, which confirms them from the leaks, and also the amount of boats seen in this one area proves that the ocean will have a ton of interesting events going on instead of just on land like most games before. Here we can clearly see the drug trafficking we talked about earlier, as they are loading what is most likely drugs into a Dodo plane. Once again, this is taking place at Brian's Boatwork and Marina, which indicates that it's the same Brian we met at the beginning of the trailer, and even Lucia can be shown doing community service while wearing a Brian's company hat.
Oh shit, that was her? Yo, I didn't know that. When we watched the trailer, and we seen niggas doing community service and shit. Niggas did not know that was her.
Means he will play a big role in this game. Jason and Lucia have a pet snake, so whether or not we can have more pets is still yet to be seen. This is the first time we meet Cal Hampton, Jason's friend and business associate. He could be the equivalent of GTA 5's Lester, as his description has him feeling safest at home while snooping on various radio comms. Okay, now, first of all, goddamn.
God
And second of
damn,
all,
like,
this
that
is
shit
the same
moving.
dress that Lucia was wearing in the car scene during trailer 1, which most likely makes them a part of the same sequence.
Yeah,
This
makes
nightclub that they're in is the same nightclub that was being promoted by the plane in one of the intro shots of trailer 1. Also, the NPC density is unlike anything we've seen in a Rockstar game before. They are quite literally everywhere. People are seen pressing Jason about being a Fed, which could give some reasoning to the theory of Jason being a cop. And there could even be more evidence of this later in the trailer. When we see them trying to escape the apartment, Lucia is wearing the exact same outfit she was wearing when they robbed the gas station at the end of trailer 1, which means that this is most likely the same apartment as the trust scene.
And they got your name, address, they got everything.
Now, assuming they are talking about the cops when Brian says this as they show up in the next scene, this would then disprove the Jason is a cop theory somewhat, but there's still something more I have to bring up. There is a theory that this is Raul Bautista, who, for all intents and purposes, is our Michael from GTA 5, a seasoned bank robber. However, judging from the small amount of screenshots and info we have about him, it doesn't really look like the same person. So with that, I'm gonna leave the debate to you guys.
I mean, it's kind of close. It's close. Just older. It depends the time frame. How old? I mean, how long has it been since this nigga been this nigga? I don't know. It a lot. I don't know a lot, but I'm learning a lot right now.
Guys.
Y'all learning with me.
But in the scene where he says,
Us cops, we gotta protect each other.
in GTA 5, there was no scene where we heard Steve or Dave, for example, talking where the protagonist wasn't with them, which, following that standard, would mean that this could potentially be Jason standing off to the side.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll make music in a closet if I have to. So I use samples because
Here we get a first look at the drive-by mechanics and see that Jason is leaning his entire body out of the car, which is a mechanic that was confirmed in the leaks as well. We can see a working metro at the top of this scene.
Shooting from car window. We couldn't do that. We could do that in GTA 5. In RP, you can do it too. You can do that whole body out the window and shit. But I don't know
And this is also our first look at Bay Lux, who is a part of the Real Dimes influencer group, who is basically a rapper and just a social media star. This shot takes place in Port Gellhorn, which is also where the final shot of the first trailer takes place. Jason can be seen tossing a dude into a car, which implies better combat, but there's also probably more going on here since a car has exploded in the background. Here we can also see Lucia's combat ability.
Damn, she got them. She don't just got hands, gang. Obviously, bro, she got that shit.
And undoubtedly, Lucia is going to be a fighter. On the Rockstar website, it even says that Lucia's father taught her to fight as soon as she could walk. In fact, on the website, it says that fighting for her family was what landed her in the Leonida Penitentiary, and sheer luck got her out, which calls
shit.
back to the beginning of trailer 1 when she says,
Bad luck, I guess.
Bad luck, I
Jason
guess.
calls Lucia Lou, followed by "we got this," and then Lucia replying saying "we got it," implies once again, like trailer 1, that trust is going to be extremely important in this story. This explosion is worlds above
Trust?
anything I've seen in games before. Also notice
Bro, are they gonna have like one of those options to where like you can make decisions?
how the lighter SUV
Because like, I had to mute 'cause somebody was yelling in the background. Bro, if they have those options to where you can make decisions, game. Bro, it's like one of the fucking options of the, but they only had one of those like on GTA 5, the last mission where you can choose to kill Trevor or Michael. What if they have those options like during this shit, like during it? You get certain options and shit. Bro, what if you get to like choose if you want to kill certain people at the end? That's fine. Bro, why did I press the mute button? I'm trying to.
He is blown away from the explosion, while the riot van is only nudged by the shockwave, which indicates varying weight with cars. Lucia's hair can be seen blowing around from the explosion, and also the grenade launcher is appearing once again. We can see Draquan showing Jason a video on his phone, which may imply that we can take videos with our phone as well. Fighting in the wheel compartment of an airliner confirms that vehicles other than cars will have detailed interiors as well. And judging from how far away the buildings are, we aren't nearly enough for these to be clouds, which means that dense fog will be a new weather effect in GTA 6. Here we have a clear Fast and Furious 5 reference with a safe being dragged around by a car. And it's hard to notice, but the oncoming car stops in anticipation for the reckless driving of the pickup. We got Sexy Time Part 3, and here we aren't sure who this is yet, but taking a video with his phone hopefully proves what I thought from the earlier scene. This is Vice City Boulevard, which we saw in trailer 1, but this time from a different angle. You can see a ton of new cars, and again, more crazy customization with the rims on the Benefactor. And as a nice touch, the Bravado Banshee is once again making a return. Needless to say, the night scene is going to be insane in this game. Now this is a cool—
Oh my gosh. What's Illuminati say? Nah, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna let y'all niggas slide this time, but you keep putting this shit in my face. Ain't gonna be no next time.
Cool fact, the president on the bills thrown around in the club have the presidents from
that shit went over y'all niggas' heads.
RDR2 on them. Now it's hard to miss, but obviously there's a PS5 controller on the table and what looks like a PS5, which is hilarious product
looks like a fucking PS6 to me, but I guess maybe
placement from Sony since they have the marketing rights to GTA 6.
As an athlete, you want to keep evolving. I think it applies off the field too. You want to get in.
Ammunition is making a return, except now it's called Phil's Ammunition, and there will probably be different names for each store. This is most likely Jason and Lucia's safe house that takes place in the Gator Keys, as you can see the bridge in the background. And the level of detail of this game is immense. I mean, you can see the foam level on the beer. And not only that, but the beer can be seen bubbling inside of the bottle. The operating light on the controller behind the beer bottle is being distorted by the liquid in the beer. The couch cushions compress as Lucia's weight is added to them, and also the tiles by the door are now pulled up, which wasn't present when Jason walked into the house at the beginning of the trailer, which implies that this takes place later in the story. The Buzzard attack chopper is making a return, but this time it has unique weapons on the side, and it looks like Brian is manning one of the guns. In fact, this scene and even the next look very similar to ones we saw in trailer 1. You have the airboat going through the Everglades, and in the next scene it looks like the Dad Bod Squad from trailer 1. Also, just to the right of the boat, you can see the extremely tall tower that we saw in the first frame of trailer 1.
And that bitch
this scene
that bitch
could be in-game footage, as the light just isn't quite as strong as some other scenes in the trailer. But another small note is that Jason ducks his head very slightly as the plane passes overhead. Here we can see what looks like an in-game version of the Corvette C8 that drives by Jason, and I'm only assuming it's Jason because the same bike he jumps off of is the one he was driving in the previous shot. Every building in this shot has what appears to be modeled interiors, but again, this could just be the interior AI. However, it is important to note that the Megamundo building seems to have way more detail on the interiors compared to the building beside it, meaning this is most likely an enterable building. Sexy Time Part 4, but also this room looks identical to the room that they were in during trailer 1 when they were talking about trust.
What you mean most likely an enterable building? I caught that. No, we ain't letting that slide. We ain't letting that slide, right, chat? Fuck no. Hold on. What do you say?
But also, this room looks identical to the room that they were in during trailer 1 when they were talking about trust. Shooting 4, but also meaning this is most likely an enterable building.
What you mean most likely an enterable building? Hold on, bro.
Sexy Time Part 4, but also this room looks identical in the trailer.
What you mean most likely an enterable? What you mean most likely an enterable building, bro? Building, bro. Bro, you got me fucked up. All them buildings better be fucking walkable, walk-inable. They better be open, nigga. Locked or something. They better be able to find a key to open that bitch, nigga. Cause every building better be fucking open, bro. I swear to God. If it's one building I can't walk into, gang. You had 13 years. Going on 14. There's no way. There's no way. That's more than my whole life. You had more than my whole life to make this game, man. Fuck no. Every building better be fucking walk-inable. No cap.
But another small note is that Jason ducks his head very slightly as the plane passes overhead. Here we can see what looks like an in-game version of the Corvette C8 that drives by Jason, and I'm only assuming it's Jason from inside the boat isn't new from GTA 5. However, the detail of the bullets hitting the helicopter is a lot more realistic. Damn. Bullet impacts now create an atmospheric effect when hitting the road. You can see an NPC about to hop onto the window of the car to fire a rifle, which means that that mechanic isn't limited to just us players. And as well, Mariana County, Vicedale County, and Draper Island are again.
I mean, obviously, nigga, when you can shoot out the car, other niggas can shoot out the car too. That's obvious. Bro, see? I knew it was some bullshit in here. It was 15 minutes long.
All new named locations we didn't know about yet. Jason can be seen jumping from vehicle to vehicle, which is basically just an upgraded version of what we had in RDR2. And here, Cal can also be seen wearing a Brian's Marina shirt, which implies all the characters are connected. Also, there is a boat being worked on in the background, which implies boat customization as well. Jason's muscle car makes another appearance like it did in trailer 1, however this time one of the doors is a different color. Now obviously there is a ton of other new info we learned from all of the screenshots and info that Rockstar posted on their website today, which I left a link in the description if you want to look at it, so I'll be releasing another video soon compiling all—
Hey, W or L vid, y'all let me know. Let me know. I kind of fuck with it. I'm giving it a W. I'm sorry. Well, not sorry, but yeah. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Y'all might get another video today. I don't know. Love y'all boys.